update from day 2 on the passage from Bahía Tortugas to Ensenada. No update from day 1. It was a very long day into a long night. Probably the longest night I've had in a while. It started out great. A little more wind than forecasted, but the boat was ripping. Making a great time. It was supposed to die off towards the end of the night. Unfortunately, it continued to build so much that the autopilot was having trouble keeping up, so I went to take down the sail. The sheets got fouled and I had to go up on the foredeck and fix that mess at dark. Then about 9 p.m. The autopilot belt snapped. So we lost all steerage with the autopilot, and it was pitch black. The moon had already risen and sank. So it was a pretty crazy couple of hours. The seas were really rough. It was maybe 6 to 8 feet at 6 seconds or less. It was really rough. That lasted until about 2 a.m. And I was weaving through islands, Isla Cedros, and I can't remember the name of the other one. But at night, weaving through these islands was very treacherous. So I was planning on waiting until daytime to go ahead and address the autopilot. But I was becoming a little delirious at that point from the stress and exhaustion. So I got the emergency tiller out and tied it off. Was able to keep the boat steering somewhat straight in between these islands. And I managed to get the autopilot off, brought it into the salon, and was able to keep an eye on the tiller and replace the belt at the same time. One of the best feelings that I've ever had is getting that autopilot back together so I could take a nap. I was starting to sit at the wheel and almost fall asleep, even with how rough and how cold it was. So I got that, and I was thankfully able to get the boat going and come down and close my eyes for a little bit. Unfortunately, I have to motor sail the entire way. I lost the generator and the battery charger for the lithium battery bank. So I have to rely on having the engine running to wire the autopilot to the start battery. And that's not ideal. So if I shut the engine off, I have essentially no autopilot. So I have to keep the engine running even while sailing. So it's motor sailing. Luckily, I believe I have enough diesel for this. And the engine, so far, so good. Did all the maintenance on it. It's running like a top. So I got that together, got some shut-eye, and then I woke up to an army of dolphins. That was pretty cool. Like hundreds of them passing over the boat, underneath the boat. So that was a kind of nice thing to wake up to. Then from there, it's been a pretty uneventful day. Sea state and winds are much higher than forecasted, and unfortunately I either forgot to hit the opt-in button or my Starlink just isn't working, so I'm unable to get weather updates at this point in time. So I'm just keeping an eye on the horizon during the day and hoping at night that I don't run into any more squalls or storms. Currently I'm about 40 to 50 miles out, getting near San Quentin. And it's like 2.5 more days to Ensenada. Hopefully the marina contacts me and approves my reservation. I didn't quite get confirmation before I left, but my weather window forced me to leave regardless. So hopefully that Jackie